Hey guys, it is Melanie Pierce. I am here with something I did a few years ago and I decided to bring back to life, resuscitate, which is great timing for Halloween. So I think that comes together there. This is Meet the Agent, and we're going to start with my friend Miguel. So, Miguel, I want you to tell me your name, who you work for, and what area do you cover?
So I'm Miguel Madeira, as Melanie so eloquently put. I cover what area do I cover? Jesus, that's so hard these days. I mean, I'm in the G Toronto naturally, not really area specific. I mean, yeah, when I first started, God knows how long ago, I first started off on the waterfront because I lived on the waterfront and I sort of obviously you work where you live and
Mhm.
but as I was saying, you graduate with your clients, right? So, clients start off with a small little condo, boy meets girl, they each have condos, you hopefully sell both, and then they buy a house and so on and so forth. And then they go to whatever neighborhood in Toronto they want to be living in, either a dream neighborhood or one where they grew up in. Who knows,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Or more so, a lot of people choose neighborhoods because of the school and what the school has to offer, stuff like that. So it's hard to say what areas you cover because Lord knows I've covered so many, but we'll just Toronto GTA, keep it simple that way,
Okay.
right?
Toronto GTA. That's better explained than oftentimes, like I've been in meetings and people say, I do Toronto and 2 hours out, and I just go cringe. Um, so that's a way better way of saying it. You represent the Toronto GTA area, but you're going to follow your clients. Basically, you're going to
We
take
do.
care of them if they're anywhere nearby. If they're
How many
nearby.
times have we had clients? Yeah, and how many times have we had clients too? Like for instance, for you, I know you're in London, but I mean, I don't know if you're going to go that far, but I mean, I've had friends growing up that had cottages in cottage country, we'll call it, right?
Sure.
When I first did one, it was a really close friend of mine, and I remember it was up in like where was it? Jackson's Point,
Okay.
and he didn't want to use another agent. I said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Listen, I don't specialize in them, right? I do know my water setbacks and all the things you need to do with about septics, and I remember all that, and I knew sort of what to talk about and what things to look out for to sort of sell the property and talk to prospective buyers and whatnot. But I specifically, I remember asking him about 1,000 times if he's sure. He goes, "Listen, we bought and sold with you a bunch of times. We're high school buddies, literally grade nine, and, and someone knowing, what flowers grow 6 houses down the street in the springtime on that
Sure.
lawn, type of thing, right?" And he looks at me, he goes, "And come on," he goes, "computers." I go, "I know this, but some people want area specialists, which I can appreciate too. I'm not knocking
Yeah.
on that."
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it's funny that, like I said, the definition of things you do. Like I've done 6 cottages in my life, right? In the 20 some years I've been doing real estate. So once again, people who specifically ask for me because I would refer that out.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense to me. I I always figure I will tell my people if I don't know the area. I really feel as if maybe there was something more, I would refer them off. But if they feel strongly they want to be with me and I feel strongly that I can represent them, then I will. And I think that's common play. I mean, I think we're all trying to come together on one format in order to do that for our clients more effectively. And that's maybe more of a behind the scenes conversation, which, you never know we might touch on. So, do you do just residential? Do you do commercial? You said you have done some cottages. What is your bread and butter?
Bread and butter is just residential. For commercials, it's a whole other, I'm not saying mentality, that you have to be in. And it just, yeah, I just don't touch that. Those 1,000%. You can beg me a million times, I will refer that out. And just
Yeah,
make sure you have naturally the right person. And that's what I love about a little plug here for LePage, countrywide, how we're all connected, because of the conferences we go to and things that we do together. I love that we were able to refer different people in different provinces and cities, right? So that's the beauty of it, right?
yeah, and knowledge level, right? I'm the same way. I've talked to many residentials. It's rare to have a residential agent who wants to go into commercial. It's a different animal, right? So we're all kind of going, I think I know
Yeah.
somebody. I'll connect you, right? How long have you been in real estate? How long have you been selling?
No, why don't we just go back? And I don't know why I know this exactly, only because I had to show it the other day showing a condo, and it's on my RICO license. So, and the March 20th is always my date of renewal.
Okay.
So I know the first year. So 2000 March 20th, I've been selling real estate
Since
since.
2000. Oh, okay, you're 2 years in sooner than I am. I'm 2002.
There you go.
That was a good time to get in. We had a little nice soft growth going on. That was a
Yeah.
good time to get in.
I was lucky. Just got a university, and actually a neighbor of mine got me into it. He's like, "What are you doing? What did you take in university?" And he's like, "You ever thought of real estate?" I'm like, "Nope."
Nope.
And he
Yeah.
took me under his wing, and the rest is history, right?
It's interesting how everybody gets into the business, isn't it? Because for me, I was helping family members before I had a real estate license. They'd say, "Oh, I'm looking," and I'd take them over there and show them. And eventually I just went, why am I doing this for free for family members when I could be making money and, change my career path right now and do it for anybody who wants me to do it for them? So that was I was already doing it. It was ridiculous. And for free, but just
Oh,
note that's for family people.
my mother lives in Portugal, and she had moved there from the US, and all these Americans are now moving to Portugal, and she's showing them around what to do. And I'm like, excuse me, go get your license. Do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Right?
do something. Yeah. Everybody's going to Portugal. Like a lot of people I know are going to Portugal this year for vacation. So I'm having some a FOMO because I haven't really planned anything yet. But I
I promise
may.
it's not going anywhere. It'll be there for a while.
Did you live in Portugal before you came?
No, I mean I was born there, and I my parents brought. I was uh, just under three, so I spent my first Christmas here. It was 2.5. Yeah, because I mean I'm born in
So you
June, so
wouldn't
yeah,
remember
two and
any
a
of
half,
that,
two and
but
a
you
half.
go
So,
back all the time.
but I go back every year. So yeah, I go
Yeah.
back every single
Yeah.
year.
So does
So I
Sandra.
rewrite,
We were talking
speak
the other day,
fluently.
and Sandra Lopez, our friend in Mississauga, she
Yeah,
says she tries to go back every year too. And so when we started talking about just that, how many people I know, she goes, "Oh, between Miguel and I, we're going to give you so much information when you go." And I said, "Yeah, that would be awesome because Mel likes to backpack, Mel likes to move around. So
yeah.
I'll
I
have
was
that hippie escape."
fortunate enough to have been at her and Rui's wedding last year. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, great couple. Love them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's very happy. She
Yeah,
really is. Um, so do you have a deal that you remember and it's stuck in your head? It's a good one or it's an interesting story um
I do actually.
or it's like one of those ones where it's a shocker and you go, "Oh my, oh OMG."
It's a
Sorry.
bit of everything, and I have this. This one's vivid because I actually, if there's sometimes there are newbies in the office, I'll sort of let them know, fill them in, and it was my second year, I think, in the business. I had just left my first brokerage, and I started with another one. I won't name names, and I was low man on the totem pole, young kid for what it was back then. These days, what they're coming out of high school now, right? Jeez. But and there was a call that came through, and it was just for to give you an idea, it was for a $1,200 rental, which back then got you like one bedroom parking,
Yeah.
den, everything, right? On the waterfront with a view, like insane back in like oh three. So call comes through, like, give it to the new kid, right? It's only $1,200. So no one in the office wanted to touch it. So I got it. And funny enough, I had gone to the same high school that the gentleman had gone to prep school there, right? So I went to De La Salle for high school. And he had gone, and it was like grade 7 or 8, and he was there. So he went to 9. I remember him. Anyhow, so we had a connection that way instantly and chit chat and had some good laughs. So got him his $1,200 rental. Following year, he calls me. He's like, you know what? He goes, can we look at something else? I want a little bit more space. I'm like, sure, no problem. So we went to $1,600 the following year, right? And then that year, I had seen him at the Toronto Auto Show because I went every year. Just bumped into him, right? No calls, no nothing, right? What are follow-ups? And the following year, he called. He actually at the auto show when I got him at $1,600. He's like, listen, because I might be calling you. I want one another place. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Whenever you want, you know my number. So he calls me up. He goes, listen, I'm on a bigger place with roommates. So see if we can get, pile our money together. I'll save a little bit. And our budget's like 21, 22. And I got them, I know vividly, every single place. I got them a loft at the Kensington Factory Lofts, or Kensington Lofts, whatever it was over there.
That sounds interesting. I like that idea.
Right. And they had converted the old, I believe, and I know Colby in my office will crucify me if I get it. I think it was the old, George Brown College that was there. And so they turned into lofts, right? So you had two addresses. You had it on Nassau, 21 Nassau, and then I think 160 Baldwin was the other address. I hope I'm right. And so they got a cool two-bedroom in there. Bumped into him again at the auto show. And I wasn't there every day. I just picked one of the 10 days that was going on. I was like, hey, how's it going? He said, hey, good, good, good. Everything. I said, everything good with the loft? He's like, phenomenal. 2 months later, I get a call. He goes, dude, I can't stand this guy. I need my own place. You know what? I think I'm ready to buy. I'm like, okay. He goes, but I love this place. Let me know anything that's in the building. Found him a unit, ready for this? People are going to cringe. 968 square feet, multi mezzanine leveled with a rooftop terrace, not deck, terrace that was about
Right.
400 plus square feet. And you could see the CN Tower. It wasn't facing, it was facing north, but you could still see it because he was on the top, like landscaped and all for 238.
Oh
Parking
my
included
goodness. Oh wow. Isn't it
in
something?
oh 03, oh 03, oh 03, oh 03 or 04.
Wow.
Anyhow, 238. So he was
Yeah.
there from there till oh 08. Now everyone knows in oh 08, market went belly up a bit because of
Hmm?
what happened in the US. He calls me August oh 08 before it got bad. He goes, you know what? I think it's time to sell. And I'm like, okay, sure. I said, where are you going? He goes, you know what? I'm going to just relax for a bit. We sold it at 417.9, had like a lineup out the door of people.
Yeah.
And he waits. Come December, at the bottom of the oh 08 crash, I sold him a place for 1.4 million.
Oh wow. It just keeps on climbing. That was a big step.
So there you go. So like I said, I talked to newbies like, listen, don't ever dismiss anybody,
Yeah.
as we should, right? Never judge a book by its cover as well. And that's like sort of the best story. That's why I
I have
can't
one
say
that
I,
I
I,
had
I won't say no to anybody,
yeah. I had
regardless
one
of the
I
price
had a
range.
mortgage broker turn down. They said oh what was it? They didn't have a lot of credit record. They were from I think they were from Colombia. They didn't have a lot of credit, and the mortgage agent immediately dropped them. And so I dropped the mortgage agent because it pissed me off. They weren't buying for much, their first home. And in the end, I got them a mortgage agent that would work a little harder to make it work. And they're my clients to this day. They've bought with me several times, and their kids have, those who have stayed in London have, and I just went, don't write people off, right? Don't write people off. Like if it's a small deal, in the future, it may turn into something else and it may turn into a contact and expand to friends and whatever. It's nice to see them grow, right? Did I
Exactly.
get the name of your office? I don't think I did.
No, so I'm with LePage Signature in
Signature. So
downtown
Signature is
Toronto.
basically downtown.
Basically
Is
no.
it? No,
They're
yes, no. It's
everywhere.
Scarborough
We have
downtown.
there's the first office, we'll call it, because I heard Chris the other day saying it's not head office. It's the first office is the Shops of Don Mills, and
Mhm.
I think that's the biggest one, but I think they compete with the office they have in Mississauga
Okay.
as well, and then we're the office that's downtown.
Oh, okay. I didn't even
There's
realize they had one in Mississauga, but I should have actually, because I remember someone saying something about the different offices. So that's
yeah.
Chris Dunlop. We love Chris,
Nope. No offense to
isn't
Chris
it?
Dunlop. No, Chris Slightum and Jeff and Chris Slightum.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
Um,
just
I think Dunlop owns, I might get this wrong. He might be
well,
upset,
he
but
must
your community?
he does Connie's office, right? So
Amazing.
yours is Chris Slater and
Slate
Slatem.
yeah.
Chris Slatem. I don't think I've met him.
Amazing guy.
Okay,
And his
awesome.
brother Jeff. Good family,
Okay,
great
well,
family.
we'll put a call out to Chris Slatem to say hi, I think. Because I might have met him. I don't recall. Um,
Yep.
what are your thoughts on the present market? I know that's a tough one
We don't
because,
have that much time, eh?
right, I know. You have to small thought.
What are our thoughts? I mean, everyone and their mother knows about the rates and what's going on.
Yeah.
Um, has there been some movement? Sure, stats wise, there have. My phone hasn't been ringing off the market. I mean, off the market, off the hook.
Off the hook.
But
Yeah.
I am getting. I mean, I've had conversations with some people, and things are starting to move a bit.
Yeah.
More showings on the condo side of things because once again, the market's so diverse, right? So, are we talking about condos? Are we talking about semis? Are we talking about detached? Are we talking about
True.
what are we talking about, right?
True.
So, the condo market is slowly starting to chug back along.
Yeah.
Great opportunities for people to get in right now. And I know, people might think, oh, this realtor just saying that. But no,
Oh,
I mean, now is
that
the
is
time.
true.
Like people always ask us, when's a great time? Now
Yeah.
is
Now.
the time.
Now is the time. Yeah. It's
Prices
that it
are,
for a buyer, it's kind of the perfect storm a little bit, right?
yeah,
I mean, right in around this time and maybe into December, it's a perfect storm. I mean, interest rates are down and going down. Prices on
yes.
condos are going down too. Um,
They're at the bottom. And the reason
yeah,
why I believe they're at the bottom is because there's so many units out there, so a lot of competition, right? So I mean, there are tons of, if people want to call them deals to be had, they're out there.
they're out
Look,
there. Yeah, I
like
would
they
agree.
are out there. Pay
Yeah,
attention, right?
yeah,
So, and just make sure whatever realtor you're using is giving you the proper information and the proper stats.
yeah.
It's
And
all there in front of you.
right, and looking at it real honestly. Would you agree with Phil Soper, our grand poobah, about the possibility that the market's going to revive in the spring this coming year in 2025? Do you think? I think that's
Sure. I mean,
basically what he
spring
was
is
saying.
I mean, spring is historically the biggest market, right? So,
Yeah.
I would agree with Phil for sure for that. And once again, rates should be lower again. And I think that's
Hmm.
sort of slowing the market down right now because people are waiting for, okay, when's the bottom? When's the cheapest rate that I can get? But once again, that's wrong question to ask, right? Talk to your mortgage person, see what the rates mean for you because you might not approve for whatever rate. I had a question the other day from a very close friend of mine, and he's like, if I have X amount, what can I afford? I said, wrong question to ask me. You go, but just give me a roundabout. I said, I can't. It doesn't. And I go, and I know that's what my mortgage guy is going to tell you, or person's going to tell you, because there are so many factors that go into getting rates these days that it's
Yeah. Yeah.
insane from
Yeah.
your debt load. You're like, there's just too many variables.
Hmm.
So to say, listen, I have 6,000 at disposal. What will I be approved for? Once again, there's no exact answer. And if I tell you a number and then you don't get whatever number I tell you, you're going to etch it in stone, even if I tell you not to.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
in your brain.
We're so much better when we're actually talking to them about exactly what is the plan. Like I prefer that conversation and let's see if we can fit in what you want into your plan. Like I prefer that conversation. That kind of slam down what can I afford thing is it's a messy question in from my perspective, I think, right?
Yeah, it also goes into, I mean, I know we talk in averages, but it annoys the living daylight out of me because I always use this example with friends and or clients and when they ask me about an average, I'm like, listen, I can tell you the average, but it's sort of irrelevant because we're looking at this product and not the other one. So if we're averaging, we're adding everything together. Like
Yeah.
me asking you, okay, the parking lot over there, what's the average price of the cars over there? Oh, it's about 65,000. Perfect. See that Porsche GT R3? Yeah, I want that one. Here's 60,000. Well,
Yeah, it
that's not
doesn't
the,
work that way.
well, we can't talk about averages then, okay? Now,
Yeah, for
that
sure.
was the average of a townhouse in Bloor West Village. Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. It's a more defined question. I get
Absolutely.
that. So we're going to enter into the get to know Miguel moment.
Oh
Could be.
boy, this is scary.
I can say I know the answer to this question
Uh,
because you were texting me this morning. Are you an early bird or a night hawk?
Depends. Is the answer. Depends on what's going on, right?
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I
I
have to
agree.
be, but here's the thing. I probably will say on average, probably more early because I don't think I can sleep past 7 or 8, maybe.
I'm a night hawk that's
Yes,
been
maybe if
working
there's like
towards being an early bird for a long
blackout
time.
blinds on or something and my brain
Yeah,
will think it's dark, maybe, who
yeah,
knows? But other than that, no. But then I can go long into the night or morning as well.
yes,
So it depends
yeah.
on what we need.
Okay, yes. Depends on where the party is, in the
That's
morning or
it.
at night. I think that's a good answer for you. Where the
Yep.
party is, breakfast or late at night. Um, if you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Ooh, I'll give you two. Oh, that's hard. So many people. Um, I'm gonna glaze over one because we don't want to see ugly crying face. Probably family members, certain family members, stepfather, grandparents would be for sure at the top of the list. Um, alive right now, I find very interesting. Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
I'd love to
deep.
talk to him about a bunch of subjects.
Right, exactly. Especially since we're
Motorcyclists?
motorheads, right?
Yeah,
I think it'd be a very, very interesting conversation, have a good
I would
conversation with.
agree. That's a good pick. I like that pick. I might pick that one as well.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna go to this one yet. I'm gonna wait till the end. Hold on. Can you describe yourself in 3 words? That was two heavy questions in a row. I should mix that
Yeah, no
up.
kidding. Give me a sec. The clogs are turning. Um, Determined,
Yeah,
loyal,
yeah.
and fun.
Yes, you are. You're lots of fun. Okay, we got that one good. Water or wine?
Oh. Is there water in wine?
There is,
No.
well, I don't know. Is there? Is there? Maybe.
Probably not. No, wine 1,000 times.
Okay, very good. Favorite season?
Oh my God. Is there any other than summer?
Oh, there you
I
go.
know I live in the wrong country, but I
Yeah,
appreciate a good fall, I must say, especially this year because of the temperatures.
yes.
Because it was like a slow burn for the leaves to turn in Toronto at least. I don't know
Yeah.
about in London. But down here because of the temperatures and it took a while, which I appreciate, and a couple cold days here, but then back to hot and warm. And I mean today's gonna be 21. Tomorrow's 22, I think. I mean, excellent for the trick-or-treaters. So very happy for kids got some nice weather for tomorrow trick-or-treating. And I guess people too sitting outside, wait, giving out treats. But summer for sure, all day, all day long,
Oh, there
all
you
day long.
go. There
I
you
mean, I'm
go.
Portuguese. We don't ski. I mean, we have one mountain, and we don't ski.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't ski either, and I'm not Portuguese, so there you go. Yeah. Winter? No, thank you. All right. Your favorite pastime, hobby, or sport? You get two
Ugh.
at least.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll still go with golf because I've been doing it for so long.
Hmm.
And now motorcycles.
Yes.
I mean, they both bring me two different. Well, I don't know if golf brings me peace, but the enjoyment of it for sure, and the camaraderie with your buddies and just relaxing. And then of course now, since COVID, into motorcycles, and that's just the whole of the world. Either riding by yourself or in a group or with friends. It's
Yeah.
it literally is another world, as cliche as it can be.
Oh my goodness, my thing is going to end in 10 minutes. I should have known we were getting talking. Okay, so that's fine. 10 minutes will be fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so what nonprofit do you talk about? Or not what nonprofit do you support?
Same as you, the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation for women and children who suffer from domestic violence, right? So I know you're a trekker as well, and so am I. I know I've put my hat in my name in the hat for this year's. That's coming up, and if people don't know, it's going to be in Cambodia.
That's
Um,
exciting.
yeah, for giggles, I actually pulled up last night. No word of a lie on the Weather Network, and it read 35 feels like 40 during the day, and at nighttime, it felt like 30. So, I mean, I know I love heat and all, but that's going to be
I
that would
can
be
give you some
fun.
advice on that because Colombia was very hot. So the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation, absolutely. I I I almost signed up for the for um Cambodia too. I would be very interested in going, but of course I'm going to stick to the motorcycle ones, which means
Yeah.
I have a little bit of FOMO on that one. Um, and final question, because obviously it's going to run on me. So, oh, let me stop there first. I think if we can, I will leave your email below. So, because at this point in time, your fundraising login is not up yet, right? Oh no, you haven't even been picked yet. So we'll just give them your email, and if they want to touch base with you about supporting you for the Cambodia trek, they
If I
can
get
talk to
chosen.
you
If
through
not, I can
that.
always still support the Shelter Foundation, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
And
I'm
okay.
doing a poker tournament coming up
Oh
yeah,
yes,
next
that's
week.
right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants in on a poker tournament, what is the date for that one?
Well, Thursday, November 7th
November
in Toronto.
7th.
Yeah, just reach
So if
out.
anybody wants to play some poker, have some fun, contact Miguel for that. And final question, it's a toughie.
Oh boy.
Who's your favorite agent in London, Ontario?
Oh
I'll,
man,
re-
so much
I'll,
feedback on this
I was
one.
gonna say I'll respect you. I'll respect if you have more than one name. It's all good. I know what.
Oh.
Do you like that?
You are.
Okay, and we'll include Lindsay in that because we know Lindsay's
And I have
our
to include
girl.
my roommate in Sahara,
Who is your roommate in Sahara?
Jeff Nethercott.
Oh, Jeff, he's lovely. I love
See?
Jeff. Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
we'll do a little
Who
shout out
can't
to
love you, Lindsay, and
I
Jeff?
we
Like, seriously,
I
how can
mean
you not love all three of you?
London agents are lovely. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down real soon because it's gonna cut me out. I want to thank you for coming on this and being my first in the rejuvenation of this Meet the Agent. And we'll put all your contact information below and wish you a good short vacation. I know you're heading off for a short little stint. So only little
Only four
baby.
days.
It's a BB. It's a BB vacay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I'm gonna thank you for doing this for me and thank you for being patient. I was out of practice.
That's okay. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
right. Take care.
Cheers, baby.
Goodbye.